What is this amazing song? Could this be? Yes! This is my jam!
Shalom brothers, welcome to my quick take on Knuckles. This show was a f***ing fever dream. Right, quick rundown on who Knuckles is. He's a little red echidna with 4 penises who punches things and was manipulated by the baddie to fight Sonic. And then realises he was tricked, so now helps Sonic and now lives with him as well. That's all you need to know, because trust me, you don't need any more than that. Seriously, I could describe the entire plot of the show and you would never have guessed it in a billion years if you've not seen anything beforehand. So I'm gonna do just that. Knuckles gets grounded and so gets depressed and is told by a space ghost that he needs to train up some random human side character Wade from the movies as a bowling warrior. And so they head to Reno, Nevada for a bowling competition, just because. They go bowling together and Kid Cudi comes along and kidnaps this literal minor, I think he is 16, literally throws him into a van. Wade then accidentally rescues Knuckles, then gets a bounty put on his head. Then they go to Wade's mum's house where Knuckles gets rizzed up by Wade's mum as she teaches Knuckles about the Jewish faith. Then Wade gets captured by a bounty hunter, also going to the bowling tournament, and so Wade contacts the echidna ghost from earlier. And we learn about Knuckles' backstory through an 80s dance rock opera stage show type thing. It's so weird. Then Wade has a literal joust with samurai swords with his best friend bounty hunter and becomes a warrior. They head to Reno where Wade meets his long lost dad, the guy from Saw 1, who abandoned him at TK Maxx. That's not a f***ing joke. They bowl, hijinks ensue. Kid Cudi kidnaps Wade's family and Knuckles eats some halal bread. Then the Hound from Game of Thrones comes and tries to kill everyone for no reason. And then Knuckles beats him with the power of friendship, literally. Oh, and Wade wins the tournament. And they high five, and then it's over. What the f*** did I just watch? I shit you not, I actually think Knuckles got less screen time than the time dedicated to learning about the Jewish faith. Like seriously, why did they compare Knuckles' past trauma to the genocide of Jews throughout history? That to me feels so fucking weird for a kid's show. In fact, let's waste my time even more, shall we? Let's be completely autistic and actually count how much screen time Knuckles actually had. I actually went into each episode and counted every single second Knuckles was on screen. And I was being generous, even including shots where he's barely in the frame and he's barely f***ing alive at the end. He has 32 minutes of screen time. 2 minutes of that was flashbacks from Sonic 2, 6 minutes of that was him standing completely still in Wade's room, about 2 minutes of that is him at a dinner table nodding his head up and down getting groomed by Wade's mum. The show is 169 minutes long. So Knuckles is in his own show for 18.9% of it. I'm not counting the time deductions with that. Knuckles is like the f***ing monster from Cloverfield. You see him for like 5 seconds in the movie and he's gone, just like Wade's dad. I know it's been beaten like a dead horse already, but Knuckles is literally a side character in his own show. This show is Wade's show, which would have been an inoffensive decision if they intended to make a Wade show. Honestly, for a kid's show, I can imagine this would be pretty entertaining. But if you're a Sonic fan, just watch episode 4, I guess. It's false advertising. But yeah, I actually really liked episode 4, unironically. And yes, it is the 80s rock opera Knuckles backstory stage play set in a bowling alley episode. It was actually that cheesy and over the top that it transcended being cringe and was actually very endearing and sincere. It was actually satisfying to watch and you could tell how much fun it must have been to make this episode, especially with the over the top editing and commitment to the bit. And if you're a diehard Sonic spunker like me, then you would have been gushing over some of the weird lore bombshells they dropped randomly. They brought in one of the villains from Sonic 06, literal Satan, and retconned that lore to fit into Knuckles' backstory. It came out of nowhere, so I was actually speechless when it happened. Like, what the f*** was I watching? And if you say it wasn't the villain from Sonic 06, then you're a f***ing idiot. The episode is literally called The Flames of Disaster, and it's mentioned in the friggin' stage show shit. That villain is associated with the exact words Flames of Disaster in Sonic 06. Alright, let's wrap this up I guess. Knuckles was a side character in his own show, the plot was so outlandish, Knuckles got indoctrinated into the Jewish faith, and the show just ends. But not before getting dropped the fattest lore dump about the plot of the possible Sonic movie 4. What the hell did I just watch? Oh yeah, I usually do 3 stars and a wish, don't I? Any scene with Knuckles was actually pretty entertaining, and it wasn't even cringe. Star 2, episode 4 was unironically awesome. I actually loved the humour with the bounty hunter guy. Star 3, acting quality and production quality was actually pretty good. There's a shame it's just written like, he's right behind me, isn't he? Humour. My wish, the that they didn't make the show and focused on more movies, or just made it a special long episode. In fact, I think that would make the Wade-centric plot more digestible since it wasn't bad. Just not what anyone asked for one bit in a Knuckles show. Alright guys, thanks for watching and give me a like or subscribe. It helps me know exactly what kind of wrong opinion you want to hear from me next. Goodbye.